Hello everybody and welcome back to the video on my YouTube channel. I'm Nicholas and today you are going to be checking out my reaction plus review to ENHYPEN's first album repackage, Dimension Answer. Some of you may have seen the original upload of this video, which was a few months ago, back when the original album of this Soul Dimension Dilemma was uploaded. And yeah, I had reacted to the entire album back then already, which was 5 songs. Now we only got one new B-side for this repackage. I will never really understand these repackages if you know it's basically just the same album with one more song to edit. But yeah, they had uploaded it back then already, and that was blocked. Despite it only being 5 songs, and yeah, back then I did not want to split it into 2 parts, because like splitting 5 songs into 2 parts with one part having only 2 songs, it's like it's so dumb, you know. The fact that this keeps happening is freaking frustrating. And then I go onto YouTube and see that there are people that either split it in parts or are allowed to upload the full thing. Well, I'm like, why me? Why me? Why am I? What have I done to go through such frustration? Because yeah, back then I was able to keep the video up for a few days via dispute, but then was all over after the last claim got fully put into place. And yeah, the video had like 10k views as well, so very unfortunate. But now with these 2 split part uploads, I can give you the reaction now forever on this channel. So yeah, for those of you that have not seen the reaction back then, I hope you enjoyed, and those of you that have seen it already, I hope you still give this a click at least to get it back where it was back then. But either way, so this will now feature the first 3 songs and B-sides of this album, then the second part will feature the other 3. So without further ado, let's stop the talking, let's start the reacting. My reaction and review to ENHYPEN's first album repackage, Dimension Answer. Enjoy. Upside Dreaming, first B-side on ENHYPEN's first full album, Dimension Dilemma. Let's finally jump into this. Ooh. Big fan of that bass. Really liking the flow. The production is very smooth. Oh. The choruses, man. Oh. The choruses are so long and full. Oh. Oh. What a chorus again. And here, ooh, I really like the verses too. Thus far, when it comes to ENHYPEN songs, the verses were always just like, you know, just there, no real highlight. But here, I really dig the flow for this. Cool down effect. This generally has such its own vibe, like something so soothing, captivating to it. These choruses! ENHYPEN is, when it comes to the choruses, one of the best in K-pop right now. Seriously. They're so melodic, they sound so good. Oh, immediately into it. I probably would have... Oh, this bass beat kicking. Like, it's actually more chill, but still has that punch to it. Ooh. Only thing I would have changed, I probably would have repeated this here. Actually, like mentioned in my music video reaction earlier for Tamed-Dashed, I actually did a reaction for Given Taken and all the songs from the first mini album, but that got blocked for very weird reasons. Like the account or like whatever that flagged that, the source that flagged that isn't like the channel or anything like that. It was something very weird. I still don't know what happened there. I hope I will be able to get it out in some days or weeks, who knows. But the only thing I had about in Given Taken is that I would have changed a little bit in the chorus. There was like the given or taken, na 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 na. I would have repeated the given or taken there. Or like something in the same melody. Here I would have done the same for that final part of the second half. Where it's here, this part, because here it then is only single. Like that feels a bit weird because in the first half of the chorus you do that thing twice. And here you only do 1.5 times basically, so it feels like that other half is missing, you know what I mean? It's like doing A and then A again, and then you do B, but then you only do half of B. I don't know, it would have probably felt a bit more satisfying if they would have done, you know, that second part of the chorus twice again, instead of like ending it in this scenario. But either way, does not take anything away from this just being once again a testament to the fact that ENHYPEN does some of the best choruses in K-pop at the moment, seriously. I can't remember, actually I do. Flicker was the only song I can recall from ENHYPEN right now where I thought the chorus was a bit disappointing, but basically because it just sounded like the rest of the song, you know, it didn't really have anything to it. But all other choruses from ENHYPEN have been absolutely wowing from the first listen straight away. And here it's the same thing. Do 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 do. Oh, that's such a catchy melody. And not just the chorus dedicated, because what I had criticized beforehand is generally due to ENHYPEN having this tuning in the voices. Like, this is just a production style that the group has going on. They always tune the voices in a way where they just sound a bit more alike than for other groups, you know, that they get this groove dynamic sound. And due to that, the verses often just kind of felt flat, especially when they're like rather slow, and you know, it feels like just extra to the bridge and chorus and whatnot, which are usually the highlights for the songs. But here, I really like the flow, because the beat itself, it actually has a more chill and soothing element to it, but it still has that kick and that bass and the drum set that still makes me move myself. This is a great combination of several things, and Upside Dreaming is one hell of an opening to this album. ENHYPEN Upside Dreaming, another incredibly catchy chorus, great flow in the verses this time, so the verses definitely stand out more than in some previous songs. So great opening to this album, great first B-side. Let's move on to song number 2. Not sure what to expect? Let's just jump into it, let's find it out. ENHYPEN just a little bit. Ooh, straight into it, okay? They have all, like, they have this tuning, but the vocals are so crisp. It's like so. Digging the double layered effect, like that the voice is coming a bit behind it. It repeats the same word basically. Oh, the bell! And you do be having a very soothing low register. Oh, but this is such a healing element to it. Wait, we're having some violin too here? Yeah, we do. Oh, or a cello. Either of them, but I like how, in this case, J goes into this high register and the number that follows go into the deep one. It's such a great style.
설치만 왜 싫지가 않은지 어딘가 불편한 그러면서 달콤한 처음 느끼는 감정에 빠진 것 같아.
Oh, the way he held that note there into the chorus. Oh, the
내 우주는 사라져가고 하나씩 너로 채워져 세상 모든 거를 다 믿었는데 몰랐어 몰랐어 Just a little bit, just a little bit, yeah.
Ooh. Oh my lord. Oh lord, this song is so smooth. Oh man, ENHYPEN's Just a Little Bit. That was incredible. That is by far, when I look at the discography, there's for most chill, most relaxing, most soothing song. By far. This is basically the equivalent to Dreamcatcher's jazz bar. Like, it's not straight up jazz, but it's so chill, so smooth, and just so relaxing. It has this healing feeling to it. This is really not about flexing or being explosive or, you know, going big. This is really a calm song. Some violin in there with ballads and these typical bright sound element like this. You know that sound effect. I don't know how to call it, but like there's just so many little things in this instrumental alone that are just so soothing to listen to. And like mentioned, their vocals their sound so crisp. The mixing and the production is like so smooth on their songs, and they all sound great. Like mentioned, they have this group tuning in there, so when you like the sound in general, then you will like everything basically. Then there won't be any member that doesn't sound good. And everybody sounds great, and I love especially how in the chorus, like mentioned, it goes from the high register where someone goes very high into the next member going very low. It just sounds great. And this just a little bit, and just a little bit, na 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 na, just a little bit, just a little bit. Like this is when you compare it to the other choruses, not even half as explosive or anything. It's just so moody, so soothing, so chill, and oh, it's so smooth. Like, it's a totally different style of a sound, a totally different style of a chorus, but it's still on point. It's so on point. This song, what is the song trying to achieve? It's one of these songs that you just want to lean back to, close your eyes, and just enjoy the music. And I definitely got to see, okay, this is my favorite ENHYPEN B-side? I haven't listened to their most recent album in quite a while now, but when like let's compare it to the ones from their first mini album. Let Me In was great, but more funky, you know. 10 Months was also good. Flicker was a bit on the wing, we'll be honest with that. But when I now look at the second mini album, I think Just a Little Bit, as of right now, after the first listen, I'd consider this my favorite actually. Like, there are two ways you can get me sound-wise. You either get me with something like Drunk-Dazed in some way, even though Drunk-Dazed is still away from that. Drunk-Dazed was a party track, a dance song. The type of songs that usually get me are heavy beat, epic type of sound, a lot of rap, a lot of flexing, and an explosive chorus. Good examples are 80s Wonderland as example. These are the type of songs that flash me. Or, another way to flash me is with such soothing, relaxing, and vibe type of songs. That's like really, it's like the total opposite of one another, but these are the two sounds and styles that, when they're done right, really, really get me, and this is the case here. ENHYPEN's Just a Little Bit, upon first listening, probably my favorite ENHYPEN B-side at the moment. Wow. Absolutely lovely, absolutely loved it. Probably my favorite from the album as of now. Let's move on to a third song of their album. Let's get into it. ENHYPEN, go big or go home.
Don't get away, don't get away.
Oh,
Don't get away, don't get away. I gotta make I'm the one.
yeah. Clap sound. Pronunciation. Little nitpicking. Second song in a row without an intro. 5 seconds instrumental always. Oh, evaluated a bit, but ooh. these repeating of words, melodies is so simple, but it always works. Ooh. Ooh. This beat be hitting. Okay, that's funny again though. I mean, I talked a bit, I will talk a little bit about it. What a great pre-chorus and what a satisfying drop into such a satisfying chorus. Oh, the way the second layer kicks in here after the first half of the chorus is over. Oh. Lot left actually. Okay, I was fearing that they now just have a long instrumental outro. But yeah, this is your classic club song, your classic dance song. It's not being, you know, but it hits. Okay. Okay. Wait, we didn't have an actual bridge here, right? Oh, okay, that's actually a bit disappointing. Like they did like the instrumental bit was the bridge basically, and then they didn't even do the chorus a third time. They just threw in the verse stuff they had in both halves. And just did it as the ending thing. Okay. That's a bit wasted potential, let's say it like that. I feel like they could have done that ending a bit more explosive because the rest of the song, y'all, boom! Let's say it like this. Up until this point, it's absolutely perfect. You could have actually technically ended it there already. Like usually I'm the type of guy that says never, like when you have the opportunity to you know, add a bridge. Like you're only at 2 minutes and 35 seconds, you know, add a bridge, add that final chorus, make it 3 minutes, 20 seconds or so. But here I think this would have actually totally worked. Because like, it's a dance tune, you know, there it doesn't really matter. Funnily enough, the song before and just a little bit was just as long, I think, with a bridge and still felt insanely full. Like, they really did a great job with that one. But the ending is a bit like, you know, it's fine, but it could have been better. Like, that ending is just small instrumental break and then you just don't even do like the chorus a third time or so. That's the only flaw I'd say here at the moment. That's a bit, you know, just doesn't hit as hard as it could have. But rest of the song, bam! What a punch into your face. What a great dance club song. But here obviously the thing is, it's nothing, you know, extraordinary. It's nothing you've never heard before, you know. It's like, at this point I think every group has one song that goes into such direction, or we know this type of song, you know. But it's not a bad thing. I think this is the first time ENHYPEN really went into this full-on club/dance song like we had. Like Drunk-Dazed also goes in such direction, but it had a lot of different elements too. This could run in any club of the world. This is just your very classic club song. And it's fun. The bass is kicking. I love the production. Once again, seriously, the production, the mixing is always so crisp, so clean. Just, it's someone that focuses more on, you know, the instrumental when listening. It's beautiful. Like, it's gorgeous to listen to, you know? But, what I wanted to say again, like I had that in the reaction I would have done by catching up on ENHYPEN with, the first mini up. There I, talked about some choices of the lyrics. And as far, it's really been totally fine, with no issues from my side. But what I wasn't a fan of is, like, in the first mini album, that they had a lot of, like, love-related lines, and I want to be your boyfriend and co, where the members are really young, like minors still. And the worst thing was really here, like Nicki talking about like, oh, I'm all grown up and so on. I'm like, bro, you're yet to be fully grown. You know what I mean? He's still developing all that kind of stuff. And here we have him say a life like Russian roulette, and I'm like, what? Like here, that's more silly and funny. Like it's way better than, you know, like wasn't it in a Treasure song where something said like, you make me hot like Medusa, something like that? Like, these are these questionable choices of lyrics, and they really went out in length and talked about it, because I really wasn't a fan of that in the mini album. Here it's also, you know, it's a silly lyric, but that's at least fine, you know? But like, that's the thing I mentioned, like, they're really, some choices there, but that's in the first mini album were really very close to being not acceptable in my opinion. But thus far, it's been fun in this album. Thus far, there's nothing really I gotta put out. That just made me chuckle. I don't know. 40-year-old or 15-year-old guy talking about life's like a Russian roulette. That's just, I don't know. That's a bit funny to me. But anyways, I don't want to talk about this topic all the time when it comes to younger groups, but we had it for now, for today. Unless there is something else coming up. But either way, ENHYPEN's Go Big or Go Home. Classic club song. Classic dance song. Pumps you up. Sounds great. Good stuff. Great B-side for your first album. Definitely a different sound from what the rest of the album has been like. So, good stuff. ENHYPEN's Go Big or Go Home. A lot of fun. Enjoyed it a lot. Let's move on to our fourth and second and last B-side of the first album. Alright, so this was part 1 of my Dimension Dilemma reaction plus review. If you enjoyed the video, gladly like down below to show me that you did. Which of the 3 songs we checked out in part 1 is your favorite? Tell me all your thoughts about down below in the comments as well. And as always, if you enjoy what I'm doing, if you want to support me, you can gladly leave us up as well, or support my Patreon. It would help me a lot. I see you again in just a very few moments with part 2 of my Dimension Dilemma reaction, Dimension Answer reaction plus review. I think I've already messed it up earlier, but who cares? I see you again soon with part 2 and other 3 songs of this album in a few moments. Thanks for watching and see you there.